All right, let's wrap up the Premier League with Newcastle and Wolverhampton. Newcastle's minus 154 at home. Wolves plus 450 in the draw, plus 275. Another one that I'm got really no interest in. Think it's going to be a slog. Kind of sets up that way. Maybe Newcastle with another draw, but uh, gonna probably pass on this 11:30. They really did pick some good standalone matches here this week, BJ. What do you got?
I think this is a good buy low spot here for Newcastle at minus 150. I do project them north of minus 200. So the thing about this is that I think this match sets up pretty well for them for what Wolves likes to do. Wolves isn't just a low block and direct counterattacking style team. Like, no, they're very possession based in the defensive half of the pitch, trying to build out from the back, which is exactly what Newcastle wants you to do. They want to set their pressing traps. They want to get the ball moving forward. And listen, Newcastle has fallen off a little bit. Now they're down to sixth place. So, it's panic time, right? Well, not really. It's been a tough schedule for them, right? I mean, they got beat by Liverpool 2-0 at St. James Park. It was their first blemish there this season. They obviously got the red card in the 20th minute after giving up 2 goals. But again, like we've mentioned many times, they did still create north of 2 expected goals in that match. Then they went to the League Cup final. They lost to Manchester United, although expected goals was pretty even there. And then they got pretty soundly beat by Manchester City. But now they're coming home after playing three big six clubs, facing a Wolves team that Tottenham match was just Wolves again. Like, they just keep doing it over, just like Wolves in a nutshell. It's just a ton of shots from distance. It's all low quality chances. And to do that against a Newcastle defense that has been one of the best in the Premier League and is allowing, especially at home, I mean, they've allowed 10 expected goals in 12 matches. I do not know how this Wolves attack is even going to threaten the Newcastle box here. Nick Pope is back in goal. Everything is fine. And the Newcastle attack, they obviously haven't scored in their last 3 matches, but they have created around 4 expected goals. So I think it's a good buy low spot here for Newcastle. I project them at minus 215. So I like Eddie Howe's side at minus 150.
Anthony, you want to take a stab here at Newcastle and Wolves?
Yeah, so I bet the under in both of these teams' matches last week. City under 3 against Newcastle. Wolves under 2.5 against Tottenham. And both games were pretty comfortably under. And I thought, when I looked at the schedule and just like first glance, what do I think the total will be? I was like, oh yeah, it'll be 2.25. I won't have a play. And then I went and I looked and I was like, wait a minute, 2.5 minus 121, 125. Yes, please. I'll take the under again. It's pretty much exactly what I said last week about both of these two teams. My opinion has not changed. I think the market is too high on this Newcastle attack. I believe in the Newcastle defense, which really didn't play bad against City, I thought. And of course, everything BJ said about the Wolves attack remains true. This is my 4th Wolves under since January 22nd. We're 3-0. I think some of the goals they scored when Lopetegui first came in, they did play like a 2-1, like 3 straight 2-1 kind of games, and there was a 3-0 in there. I guess it's driven the market up. The perception on this team is that they're a good attack now, and they're, sitting at 2.5. Remember, Wolves overs started because those totals were sitting at 2.25, and I was like, these are too low. Like, this defense stinks. Well, their defense has gotten better. The attack has not gotten any better at all. They still stink. And now the totals are sitting at 2.5. So I'm going to take the under and expect this to be a 1 or 2 goal game. Again, I do think Newcastle will win. I agree with BJ. They have had a tough run of fixtures at home against Wolves. Not the toughest of fixtures. There are tougher and there are definitely easier. It's kind of in the middle, but I agree that this will be, or I think this will be a low scoring game.